Hello, my dearest students, and welcome back. Your exams are just around the corner, and you know I'm here with another quick explainer to make sure you absolutely score full marks. Today, we are going to tackle a super important chapter, measures of central tendency. Let's get you ready to ace it. Okay, let's just jump right in with a question. Think about this. Your teacher comes in and says the class average in the last test was 65. So, does that mean every single one of you got exactly 65 marks? Of course not. I'm sure some of you scored 80, maybe some scored 50. The marks are all over the place. So how can we possibly use just one single number to tell the story of the entire class? Well, that, my friends, is the magic of what we call central tendency. Now, to help us find this one magical number, we don't just have one tool. We have 3 special tools, and I like to think of them as our very own statistical superheroes. So, let's meet the squad. First up, we've got Mr. Mean, the hero who makes sure everything is shared fairly. Then there's the very wise Miss Median, who always finds the perfect middle path. And finally, we have the super popular Mr. Mode. He's the one who knows what's trending. Each one has a totally unique power, and we're about to learn when to call on each of them for help. So, are you ready to meet our first superhero? Let's start with the one you probably already know. You might call him Average, but his real superhero name is Mr. Me. Mr. Mean's superpower is simple. He gives everyone a fair share. Just imagine you have a big box of chocolates. What Mr. Mean would do is he'd collect all the chocolates from everyone, put them in one big pile, and then give everyone an equal number. That's exactly what the arithmetic mean does with numbers. And here is his secret formula. Now, don't get scared by the symbols, okay? It looks a little bit serious, but trust me, it's so simple. To get the mean, you just add up all the numbers in your list. That's what this sigma x thing means. And then you just divide by how many numbers there are in total. That's n. See? Simple, right? And here's a cool way to think about it. The mean is basically like the balancing point on a seesaw, just like you see in this picture from your book. It's the one point where all the different values, in this case heights, are perfectly balanced. It finds that one central value for the whole group. Now, Mr. Mean is fantastic, but he's not perfect for every single situation. He has a weakness, a kind of kryptonite, you could say. And that's exactly where our next hero comes in. Let's say hello to the calm and composed Miss Median. Okay, Miss Median has one golden rule, and you absolutely cannot forget this, especially in your exam. Before you do anything else, you must arrange all the data in order, from smallest to biggest. This is the secret key to unlocking her true power. So her process is really simple. Step 1, line up all the numbers from smallest to biggest. Step 2, just find the number that's standing in the exact middle. That's your median. And what if there are 2 numbers in the middle? No problem. Just find the average of those 2. All right, now let's see why Miss Median is so important. Imagine we're looking at the weekly incomes of a group of people. Most are earning a few hundred rupees, but then, boom, there's one person earning a whopping 50 lakhs a week. We call a value like this an outlier, and it's about to cause some big trouble for one of our heroes. So what happens if we call Mr. Mean for help here? Well, that massive 50 lakhs is going to pull the average income way up. It'll make it seem like everyone is earning a lot of money. Is that a fair picture of the group? Not at all. And this, my dear students, is Mr. Mean's one big weakness. But look, Miss Median isn't bothered one bit by that super rich person. She just calmly arranges everyone by their income and finds the person in the middle. The median income will be a much more realistic number, something like 750 rupees. So remember this crucial point. When you have these extreme values, these outliers, Miss Median is the hero you need. All right, 2 heroes down, 1 more to go. Let's meet our final hero, Mr. Mode. He's the most fashionable, the most popular hero of them all. He's all about what's trending. Mr. Mode's superpower is all about spotting the value that appears most frequently. Think of it like that one song on Instagram Reels that's suddenly in every single video you watch. That song is the mode. It's the one you see and hear the most. So, take a look at this group here. Can you spot the mode? Just look for the number that repeats. That's right.
It's 67 inches because that's the height that appears more than any other. It is the most common height in this group. Simple as that.
Okay, time for a real-world problem. Put your business hats on for a second. Imagine you're in charge of a big shoe company. You need to decide which shoe size you should make the most of. Which of our three heroes are you going to call for help? Think about it. Well, let's see. If you call Mr. Mean, he might calculate the average and say, the average shoe size is 8.37. Now, can you go to a shop and ask for a size 8.37 shoe? Of course not. It's completely useless information for the company. But if they call Mr. Mode, he will instantly tell them the most frequently sold size, maybe it's size 9. That is exactly the information they need. So for things like this, Mr. Mode is the real hero.
Okay, you have met the whole squad, you know their special powers. Now for the most important part, using this knowledge to score those marks in your exam. Let's solve a typical exam question together, step by step.
Here's a question taken straight from your textbook exercises. It gives you the daily incomes of 10 workers and asks you to find the arithmetic mean. So, which hero are we calling? You got it! It's Mr. Mean. All right, here's our data. We have 10 workers, from A all the way to J, and here are their daily incomes listed in rupees. Let's get to work and find that mean. Okay, get your pens and paper out. Let's do this together. Step 1, we have to add up all the incomes. So 120 plus 150 plus 180 and so on. What do you get? That's right, the total sum, our sigma x, is 2400. Step 2 is the easy part. Just count the workers. N is 10. And for step 3, we just divide. And there is your answer. 2400 divided by 10 is, of course, 240. So the average daily income, the mean, is 240 rupees. See how easy that was? You just scored full marks on a real exam question. Well done. So before we finish, let's do a super quick recap. You call Mr. Mean when you need a fair share or a balancing point. You call Miss Median when you have those extreme values, the outliers, that might mess things up. And you call Mr. Mode when you need to find the most popular, the most common item. And my dear students, please always remember this. The real skill is not just about calculating. It's about knowing which hero to choose for which job. If you understand the purpose, you will always find the right answer. Study hard, believe in yourselves, and you are going to ace those exams. All the very best.